Hello, everyone, and welcome to downtown Royal Oak for this year's 13th annual Royal Oak Holiday Magic Parade. My name is Andy Aubrey, and my co-host this year is the one and only Carlo Giannotti. How are you, Carlo?
Great, Andy. How are you?
Good, good. Great to work with you again. What are we looking forward to today?
Well, we're going to have a beautiful day today.
Yep.
The sun's out, almost out. We've got millions of people on the sidelines, and we've got one of the biggest parades that we've had. And, of course, this year the parade is sponsored by the Emagine Theater and the Downtown Development Authority. So we've got great things in line. I wouldn't go anywhere if I were you.
Absolutely, yeah. And we look forward to bringing it to you. So come on back. We're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, we're going to have the parade right here, and we'll look forward to seeing you then.
Well, Andy, I think we're about ready to get this baby underway. I see the Royal Oak Police Department and the Honor Guard making their way down the street. Of course, it wouldn't be a parade, any parade, without the Royal Oak Police Department and the Honor Guard.
Yep, that's true. They are keeping the peace and starting the parade.
Of course, now would be a good time to send out a thanks or a shout to the Royal Oak Police Department for their community service.
And speaking of service, let's also mention our men and women in the U.S. military and their families.
And their families.
Right? The sacrifices they make to keep this great nation safe is never goes unnoticed.
It's always a tough time of the year when you have a loved one in the military, whether they're here or abroad.
That's true.
We have the Royal Oak Honor Guard here. Special thanks to Lieutenant Frazier for his help in organizing this parade. It's probably a good time to thank all of the auxiliaries who donate their personal time to help out.
Yeah, you know those guys love getting in uniform, coming out to these community events.
Yeah. And they don't make a dime either.
No.
So they live on the thanks that the community gives them.
And the parade
And the parade, yes, of course, yeah.
And behind them, of course, the Royal Oak Fire Department, proudly serving this community for over 100 years.
We're lucky to have 56 dedicated professional full-time personnel in this fire department.
And did you know, I did not know, but did you know that they responded to over 6,100 calls last year?
That's amazing.
That is incredible. They also provide advanced ambulance service and conduct public education programs like CPR training, fire safety awareness, and prevention programs to local schools and seniors.
Where would we be without the men and women of the police department and the fire department?
We'd be in danger and burnt up.
Exactly. Take the words right out of my mouth.
Well, there you go.
Now you'll notice interspersed. I'm going to try not to use real big words today, but interspersed, I couldn't help
That was
myself.
well, you couldn't help yourself, but
Interspersed, you're going to have flag bearers from the Royal Oak Women's Club. So
Okay.
keep an eye out for those who you know.
Now, Carlo, the Royal Oak Downtown Development Authority is a very important organization.
How so?
Well, they, for instance, installed the holiday lights on over 3,500 strands of warm winter white LED lights that are wrapped on trees throughout downtown. And they take care of the sidewalk snow removal, as well as promoting downtown Royal Oak as a holiday destination, which is all very important.
And, of course, they put on this parade every year.
Right, right.
Put on this parade every single year.
And there's, what do we got here?
We had Jay Towers in the 100.3 WNIC group playing Christmas songs.
There he is. Hey,
Yep,
Jay,
right
what's up, man? He's our Grand Marshal this year. You see him on Fox 2 in the mornings. He's a great waver. He's obviously been practicing. And more waving going on by the Oakland County Sheriff's Department on horseback behind them.
And there's our sheriff coming up right behind. You can't see it yet, but from our perch high atop the
gondola?
The gondola.
That's right. And we were surmising beforehand if the one and only Michael Bouchard would be here today. And lo and behold, behind the rear ends of the horses is Sheriff himself.
The one and only.
The dare car there, but there he is.
You talk about a good
Michael
waver.
B., Brother Ice Warrior, proud guy that he is.
He is a good waver, too.
He's a heck of a waver. He's had so much practice over the years. I've been seeing this guy in parades in communities all over this great county. And he brought some of his toys with him.
Lots of toys.
Yeah.
The only thing we don't have this year is the tank. I always
We
loved
don't
the
have
tank.
the, yeah, right. The Dragoon.
Yeah.
Remember the Dragoon?
Oh, yeah, the tank.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Kicking doors down and keeping the peace.
The thing you do not want to open your shades and see on your front lawn.
Have the neighbor call. Could you imagine that? Hey, Andy, look out of your front window.
Yeah, there's an Oakland County Sheriff's tank on the lawn. Okay. Wrong house.
There's the Marines. I should say the Sheriff Marine Unit. The boat going by us right now.
Yeah, they're
Probably
looking
in
for a
dry
body
dock.
of water here, I think, to put that thing in. It's
Going to have it in the dry docks this year. And, of course, it wouldn't be a Royal Oak parade without the Harmony Acres horses.
That's right. They're Arabian horses. The award-winning equestrian unit has been in over 500 of the Midwest's largest parades, including America's Thanksgiving Parade.
Andy, in case you're wondering, those aren't just everyday Arabian horses. Those are purebred Arabian horses.
How about that?
Bet you didn't know that.
I did not, but I do now.
And those are costumes. Those are authentic leather costumes that are worn by the
leather.
riders.
This is not the noir leather.
No, not yet. That's coming
feature.
up later.
Okay, well, I'm so anxious.
Calm down now.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that, folks. Now, behind them, we have the Genesis Credit Union feature, and they're excited to open their doors to the Royal Oak community December the 2nd.
It's a great place. You can go to www.genesisyscu.org. Now, we're not getting a shot, but right in front of us are the cleanup crew. Those are the best.
Yeah. Those
Picking up for the horses.
They have absolutely no self-control. And after the horses is the varsity hockey team from Royal Oak High.
And they have the world's largest flag. The United States flag, I should say.
That's right.
That's led by Eddie Burkhart, Pack 1604, and the hockey team. That flag makes its way into every Royal Oak parade.
It does, and it's sponsored by the Frank Wendland American Legion Post 253.
And here's a little trivia. That flag has been in my garage since the Memorial Day parade.
That's where it's been.
Yes, of course. It's really hard to fold that flag the proper way,
I would
tell you.
assume.
Oh,
Yeah, because there is a protocol for that.
Well, there is, yeah, there is.
And speaking of the Frank Wendland American Legion Post 253, they follow the flag, and they will be celebrating 95 years of scouting support in 2016. That post was established in 1921, and they are part of the community projects such as the Wounded Warriors Honor Flight. You and I know about that. We talked about that on the Royal Oak Show once upon a time. Great organization, as well as the Michigan Veterans Foundation, Boy Scouts.
And we have the mayor.
And
we have
the
mayor and the First Lady of Royal Oak, Mayor Jim Ellison, and his lovely bride, Jody. We had Mayor Ellison, his whole family is in the parade today. Sarah and her husband, Doug, as well as Jake and Isaac. And there we see a couple of the other commissioners. Great group of people, tell you.
Fantastic. And obviously, Royal Oak loves Mayor Ellison. They've
and he loves the city, too.
Re-elected him over. It's genuine. You can feel it. For those of you who've watched on this station, WRLK, the commission meetings, Mayor Ellison just does an outstanding job.
He does. Let me see. We see there's Commissioner Polton with his young kids, I think.
Or some
Marley.
kids he just gathered up to walk with. We're going to assume they're his kids.
What a great town for a parade.
And what a great day. I mean, it is
beautiful.
just fantastic out here. We've had worse weather at Memorial Day parades.
We have. All right, we've got the bagpipes coming up. But you know what, Andy? We're going to let these guys play while we just sit back and listen to the music.
Sounds great. All there.
And the junior level scouts. Days like today, you're always happy that you're part of a community like Royal Oak. Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree. Everyone has turned out. Maybe the largest crowd I've seen for the Holiday Magic Parade. The streets are absolutely packed, lined with people shoulder to shoulder, and about 6 deep. And
there's been no arrests yet either. That's kind of a nice
none
thing.
that we know of.
Oh, that's true. We'll find out
But I'm
afterwards.
trying to lay low. I can tell you that.
We had the Royal Oak High School Homecoming King and Queen. Rachel Long and Alan Carter were crowned as the annual homecoming game last month. Homecoming Queen and King and Queen at the
big event. That's a great honor for them. Their reign will last 1 year. And
here comes the Royal Oak High School Marching Band.
I can hear them. Let us all listen.
Let us all.
Let us. And we listen. Team, and they practice from May to March. They perform at all the Royal Oak High School football and basketball games, plus school and community and charity events. So their team also competes locally and nationally in the hip-hop and pom categories, and they're headed to the Universal Dance Association's national competition in Orlando, Florida in February.
And they're coached by Jennifer Loduca Hull and Jessica Loduca. I thought for sure we'd get a little show, but maybe not.
Well, they're moving on, but we got a little break here, so we're going to take a moment and cut away, but don't go away. We're going to be right back with more of the 13th Annual Royal Oak Holiday Magic Parade.
Okay, welcome back to the 13th Annual Holiday Magic Parade right downtown Royal Oak here. We have the Redford Township Unicycle Club. Repeat performers for as many years as I can remember.
They've been here for a long time. In fact, this is their 39th year that they have been parading and performing throughout Southeast Michigan. You know, Carla, the club began as a neighborhood activity, and now draws its active membership from as far away as Milan and Macomb, and they include many two-generation families.
I didn't know that.
That's
Thank you
true.
for letting me know.
Well, I help. I try.
Do you have neighborhood activities like that in your neighborhood?
No, but I think I should start some.
I think you should.
Although unicycling will not be on the list.
No.
Because you would take some balance, which
some agility.
I possess none of that. So, but I admire them, especially some of these tall ones. I mean, they're coming up into your view here in a minute. Those guys are up there 8-10 feet. That's pretty impressive.
There's one that's low to the ground, but coming up we see, as you said, Andy, 8 to 10 feet above the ground. We're getting a shot of them right now.
And those are called giraffe unicycles, which makes sense. I can see that.
You know, if you wanted to visit their website, I bet you they have one.
I bet they do.
I bet you if you go to www.rtuc.org, that might be a good place to start. Really is amazing. I always wonder how they get up there.
Yeah, we never see that, do we?
No. Well, hopefully we won't see it today.
No, because
that would mean they'd have to fall down first.
That's right.
Look at it. All ages.
Little kids on those things. It's amazing.
Does that make you feel bad that you don't have as much skill as a 4-year-old?
Yes. Okay. I am about to burst into tears, as a matter of fact, from that.
Well, you could play for the Lions, but...
I could. That's true. Oh, they're having a good year, though, those Lions.
They are.
In the past years, it was fun to make fun of them, but now...
No, now you can't, because I think the last time we checked, it was game was 7-6.
No, 7-6 in the second quarter, so...
Lions were a little bit behind, but that's all right.
That's okay. They're in good shape this year.
We're still watching the unicyclists cycle past the announcing booth. Never get enough of those unicyclists.
Uh-oh. See, finally somebody came off of one.
You jinxed
That's right.
Unicyclists of all ages, Andy.
There sure is.
That guy lost his unicycle.
He looks a little stressed, actually.
Yeah. He's looking for his unicycle, I think. And as sad as it sounds, the unicyclist van is now passing us, which means we'll have to wait another year to see the unicyclists.
That's right, but it was fun while they lasted. Now, after the unicyclists is a very important attraction here.
Very, very important.
Which is the Royal Oak Restaurant Association. Carlo, did you know there were restaurants in Royal Oak?
No, I didn't. I did not know
There's a few, and they have an association. And it was created in 2004 to strengthen the hospitality industry here in Royal Oak and support the local community.
And more importantly, they produced the wine stroll in May, the beer stroll in September and October, and the Royal Oak Restaurant Week in March.
All very important events.
Of course, you can go to royaloakinfo.com for details. Yes, there's that too.
There's a lot of activities
going on. A lot of
in
activities,
these
especially on
restaurants.
Friday nights, and they sponsor those as well.
Andiamo's, they've got their banner here.
Yeah, we have the Andiamo and the Community Garden Float too. The Community Garden Float brings us and reminds us that it's good to eat fruits and vegetables.
It is. It's very good for better living.
Especially those fruits and vegetables that are grown right in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
This year, the float was designed by Leslie Nunez, who is a 7th grader at Clippert Academy in Detroit. It's a beautiful float, too. Those strawberries are larger than life. And, of course, we have Madman Motorsports. There's the Beast, Thunder Beast.
You could smell that thing coming a mile away. Look at that.
I think you should do some donuts right here on Washington. What do you think?
It'd be awesome. What's a Christmas parade without a monster truck? That's what I always say.
Next year, we're going to talk to DDA and see if they could put Santa in the back of that baby. What do you think? Santa and Mrs. Claus on the Thunder Beast.
I like it. That's an old Ford pickup. That thing's been around a while.
Oh, yeah. Not like the new aluminum ones. That's all
right,
steel there.
The 2015 aluminum F-150.
Well, speaking of metal, we've got Metals in Time coming up. See the way I segued right into that? You like that?
You're a pro.
I know. What
I'm
can
impressed.
I say? Metals in Time is a third-generation business run right here in Royal Oak. It started in 1998. Uh-oh, we got the train coming through.
The train's in the background. Sort of hope that the train doesn't run over any of these parade features.
I was kind of hoping somebody knew about the train, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get a surprise.
Didn't somebody tell that train conductor to give us, give us an hour over here? We get this parade in.
Metals in Time would like you to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And boy, oh boy, the Cirque Among Us. Andy, you and I got to get one of those.
We sure do.
Pull up at a family reunion with one of those babies. Today they have their party cycle.
That was a fan favorite.
That was awesome.
There was a lot of oohs and ahs from the kids seeing that.
They teach circus arts in Livonia. Did you know that?
I did not.
Team building is also a workshop that they tout.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, and in case any of you are looking for a skill or a trade, you could learn arts of being a circus performer.
That might be perfect.
I'll have to...
what's their age limit? Is it too late for us?
No, but I think our offspring might have found a career choice. I know that I'm going to tell my son when I get home.
After them, the Royal Oak Kiwanis. They're a 100-year-old organization. They've been in Royal Oak since 1927.
They do a bunch of stuff here in the community. Just to name a few, they sponsor youth sports. They contribute to the RIF Reading is Fundamental program, Easter Egg Hunt, and the Boys and Girls Club. Just to name a few. And there's a sound that brings back memories. That's the Candy Band.
Love the Candy Band. We know them well.
Let's sit back and listen to the Candy Band.
Let's listen. The Candy Band stepped in. So
sometimes it's hard to distinguish between the two, the Candy Band and Slayer.
Well, they're so close.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
They've been together for over 10 years. And they have 5 CDs to their name. And of course, right behind the Candy Band is Miss Michigan, the amazing Megan Opalski.
Yep, that's right. Megan is the 2015 Miss Michigan Amazing, and she's a nursing student at the University of Toledo. Although I'm not sure what she's doing down in Ohio, but we will take that up with her later. There she is, waving. Beautiful lady. She loves working out, maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
And also reading and traveling. Sounds like your
what a
resume,
lady.
Andy.
I've got some commonalities with her, with Megan. I'm going to have to chat her up later.
So it's the Miss Michigan Amazing, not
That's
the
right.
amazing Megan
Not
Opalski.
the amazing Miss Michigan.
Okay. But I jest. Now we've got the Ecorse Public Schools Mighty Marching Raiders. They are committed to excellence, and I think this is a repeat performance for the Ecorse High School Band. As they approach, they are one of 3 or 4 bands that we have in the parade this year, and it grows by leaps and bounds every year.
It does. People want to be in this parade. These talented musicians and dancers consist of the Grand Port Academy and Ecorse Community High School. So let's listen to them and see what they're going to bring to us as they approach the crosswalk in your view of the camera shot and our audio.
Okay.
The Ecorse Public Schools Mighty Marching Raiders.
All right, let's give it up for the mighty marching Raiders. Great, thank you.
A little bit of background on the E-Course folks.
All right, here's the 4th Street Auto.
I can think of no smoother transition going from the E-Course Public Schools Mighty Marching Raiders into going into the 4th Street Auto Repair shop.
I did that especially for you, Andy.
Man, you're good.
They've been at the same location here in Royal Oak. Guess what? On 4th Street.
Mm-hmm. Makes
Since
sense.
1973. That was the year you graduated from high school, wasn't it?
73? No. I'm barely born in 73.
Oh, it must have been me. Maybe I graduated
I
in
said
73.
barely. Yes.
Yeah. They are a one-stop auto service. I urge all of you to go in there after the parade. Get your car work done.
Everything they do carries a 2-year national warranty.
I would expect nothing less.
I would hope so. They haven't seen my car.
Cub Scout Pack 1627. They originally chartered in 1939 when there were 9 elementary schools here in Royal Oak. 9. Count them, 9.
Wow.
Lots of big families back then.
They sure were.
And they're a crowd pleaser. We've got kids all over the place at this parade.
You see people without coats on. This is amazing.
This is amazing. In fact, I don't remember it being such a beautiful day.
No.
Lately. This pack primarily supports Oakland and Keller Elementary Schools, but they serve pretty much families all over the city. Happy holidays from Pack 1627. Okay.
Got Lily's Seafood represented as we broadcast this parade almost directly across the street from Lily's Seafood.
And the brewery. Don't forget, we have.
Don't forget the brewery.
They have at least 1,200 different sorts of beers at that place.
I would not
Lily's.
forget the brewery.
No, you can't.
Ever.
And they got a floating Santa sleigh. I think.
Looks like it.
It's pretty good. Durham School Services. These are the ladies, the men and women who drive our children around to and from school every single day. And inside we have the Royal Oak Children's Choir. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't. Well, I saw the banner. I can't lie. I cheated.
Children from grades 3 through 8. They would like to thank Durham Transportation for the bus they are using today. And we'll extend the thank you as well.
Absolutely. We appreciate them very much.
And who's that, Andy? That looks like none other than the famous Paws.
It's not Hooper. It's not Rory. It's Paws.
Paws. Let's take a pause and recognize the official mascot of the Detroit Tigers. Paws lives at Comerica Park.
How about that Tiger season, Carlo?
It was a beautiful season.
Great
It really
season.
was.
A little disappointing at the end, but they gave us some thrills.
They did, as always. We got Midwest Medical Billing, again carried by women from the Royal Oak Women's Club.
And Midwest Medical Billing, after Paws, has quite the float here.
Yeah, I'm amazed here. I'm almost breathless.
You are breathless. I got a few other adjectives to describe you.
We'll stick with breathless.
But let's go with breathless for the moment. I love this parade, and I do enjoy this float, though. Somebody spend some time on that.
Does someone notice the irony here of the cameras taking a picture of our cameras? I'm breathless again.
That's right. It's the Think Tank float. They love Santa.
Yeah, they do. Midwest Medical Billing offers the latest technology and electronic claims, and they're right here in Royal Oak on 5th Avenue. You know what, Andy?
What's that, Carlo?
You know what I see down there? I see those crazy guys in those little cars.
Those nut jobs.
The Muslim Shrine Lancers. Those are all prowlers, miniature prowlers, of course.
Not a single seatbelt on any of them.
No. And again, I'm not sure how those guys fit in those cars. Lots of butter and
Some of them have no business being in those vehicles.
true. All kid.
You know, Shriners support they're members of the child care unit that supports the Shriner hospitals throughout the U.S. and Canada. And the main reason for them being here, no child is turned away. They help children with orthopedic, burns, spinal cord, cleft lip, palate, and other problems from all over the world, no charge to the patient or family. So if you know a child who needs help, contact a Shriner or the Shrine Center.
And you know what their motto is, Andy?
What's that?
Their motto is, "We ride so children can walk."
Isn't that great? Their director is David L. Talbot Sr.
It's always a great unit. Do you hear voices in your head every so often? Every so often I was reminded
Frequently.
by a voice in my head that 2 years ago, one of them lost a wheel. And a little Shrine
Could
tow
be
truck
dangerous.
had to come.
little Shriner tow truck?
Yeah, a little Shriner tow truck, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Then, of course, it wouldn't be a parade without CG newspapers and stagecrafters.
Yep, Stagecrafters, of course. The Youth Theater here in town.
They have an upcoming production of The Never Ending Story. It's on stage December 11th through the 14th. Never Ending Story. That sounds like the excuses you use.
That sounds like my credit history.
Exactly.
Yes.
Also that and the stories you use when you come home late at night.
Well, let's rather not get into that if you don't mind.
Sorry. Are we on the air? Hello? Hello?
Is this thing working? Yeah, are we on?
Then we have Worry-Free Outdoor Services. You know, Worry-Free, they are everywhere. Putting up these lights, cutting our grass, keeping our streets clean. And of course we have the Worry-Free is behind the Stagecrafters, but there they are. And in the back we have the Detroit School of Rock and Pop. Let's see what they got, Andy.
Absolutely. Little Tykes will sing. We have the Smart Bus folks and their banner, and then after that, the Detroit Derby Girls. Now, this is one of your favorites, right, Carlo?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Derby Girls. Founded in 2005, the Detroit Derby Girls, say that 3 times fast. Detroit Derby Girls are celebrating their 10th season. You know, they skate on a flat track. Have you ever watched them?
I've seen a little video, yeah.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
They play down at the Masonic Temple on a flat track. You know how hard that is to
It's got to be
skate?
tough, yeah.
When I wore younger man clothes, they used to have the bank track back then with the
Well, yeah, I can remember that.
the Bay City Bombers and
Really,
everything else. Yeah.
the roller derby, for sure.
You can visit the Detroit Derby Girls at DetroitDerbyGirls.com.
Then after the Derby Girls, we have the St. Paul Lutheran Church.
Of course.
School and church, actually. They're located right here in the heart of downtown Royal Oak. And they offer families small class sizes, quality education, and a loving Christian environment.
And they're playing the Derby Girls right after the parade.
I wonder how that will go. That should be a lot of fun. Let's keep the cameras rolling.
Here's 515 Media, Mojo, and more. They've got a beautiful float this year. They're one of the sponsors of the parade. Of course, active member of the DDA and the Restaurant Association. And they are responsible, at least in part, to these beautiful Christmas decorations that we have in our trees. Lovely blue orbs.
Yes. I love orbs.
These are blue, too.
These are blue ones. That's right. Well,
515 is known for its weekly Drag Queen Bingo. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you haven't seen that, you've got to come down.
Now, you told me a little bit. We were talking about Drag Queen Bingo before we went on the air. It sounds like sort of a can't-miss event at some point for all of you out there.
515 is open daily from 10 to 8 and Sunday from 10 to 6.
Now, this is the the Detroit Circus, which is a dazzling style of performers that specialize in wowing crowds for every type of event.
Look at that. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Look at that guy. Look at these guys on these rubber balls. Can you imagine walking the 6 miles of this parade on a
Right. Now
rubber
you
ball?
talk about the unicyclists having good balance. That's amazing.
Here we got the Ferndale High School band. Let's sit back and listen to them as they pass by.
The Golden Eagle Marching Band, a 7-time Michigan Competing Bands Association Flight 3 champion. And they've been a state finalist every year for more than 20 years.
Always love a band in the parade. And behind them we have the East Side Derby Girls. This is a group of dedicated and tenacious, yet disciplined athletes who work together for fun, camaraderie, and competitiveness. I wonder if they're going to battle the
Detroit Derby Girls? I think we should propose that.
We could see a rumble right here in downtown Royal Oak.
There's been more than a few rumbles here in downtown Royal Oak over the years.
First one on a Sunday in a Christmas parade.
During a Christmas parade, this could be a first.
We are always cutting edge here in Royal Oak.
That's right.
That was the East Side Derby Girls. Girls of ages from 8 to 88 can join.
Then after that, we had Fifth Avenue, one of Metro Detroit's premier destinations for sports and entertainment. They have 40 high-def TVs. Not a bad seat in the house over there to watch your favorite team.
I think you and I will be over there after the parade.
We may want to pop in and see what they've got to offer.
And, of course, right behind them, we have the Borgo dance team. Always a plus for these parades. And if we're lucky, Andy, they may stop and give us a little show.
You think? Well, let's find out.
Borgo dance team is made up of 40 dedicated dancers. And, of course, the Borgo School of Dance has been around Royal Oak as long as I can remember.
Yeah, right here on Washington Street in downtown, 8 to 17 years of age. These ladies are showing us their routine.
This, if I'm correct, is the Art Van Furniture Parade float, the parade float. And I am right, I think. Got quite a crowd in front of our stand here, but
you know, the Art Van employs over 3,200 associates.
It's amazing.
That is an incredible story, what Art has done.
Man.
Well, speaking of rumbles, we could get Paws and Hooper involved because after the Art Van float, we have the one and only Hooper, the Detroit Pistons mascot.
I'm going to see if I can get a ball. Get a Hooper, throw me a ball over here. Not today. Denied.
No, we've been denied.
Lock up your pets and hide your toys is what Hooper warns us. On your feet to make some noise. He's the modern day Charlie Chaplin.
That's how I would always describe him.
Yeah, that's me too. That was the first thing that came to mind is Charlie Chaplin.
You've seen Charlie Chaplin do those backflips many times.
Yeah.
Especially at the Palace.
Who are we to question the script?
Oh, I love it.
And Hooper's causing some trouble down here in downtown Royal Oak.
And after Hooper, we have our credit union. They've been in the Royal Oak community since 1959.
That's where I bank.
Yeah, well, then should have jumped in that one. But after our credit union is the Cass Tech High School Marching Band. We're going to see, there's the Our Credit Union folks. But there's the Cass Tech Marching Band. Let's listen to see what they've got for us.
This is Cass Tech's, I think, their 5th year in the Holiday Magic Parade. The band is under the direction of Cass Tech alum Mr. Bryant McGee and guest director Mr. Sean Patton from DPS Duke Ellington K through 8 Academy. Great to have him here. While we were listening to Cass Tech, we had first Merritt Bank come by. Merritt Bank is right here in Royal Oak, of course, and now we're looking at the Northwood Elementary Girl Scouts and their parents. Some rather loud screaming parents, too.
Yeah.
But that's good. They're in the holiday mood.
And Northwood Elementary's students and scouts have been with us in these parades, as well as the Memorial Day Parade, for many, many years.
Their theme this year is Gifts of Time and Love are surely the basic ingredient of a truly Merry, Merry Christmas.
I would agree with that.
Is that a tear in your eye that I see?
Just never mind.
Of course, they're all wishing you a Merry, Merry Christmas, as do Andy and I.
We do.
You know, you've got the Holiday Market float.
Holiday Market is an outstanding place.
It is. It's
Took a cooking class there recently, and it's phenomenal. Anybody gets a chance to pop in there, and they've just got it all.
It was founded by Thomas Violante in 1954. It's been in the same neighborhood and in the same location for over 60 years.
And they just keep expanding, it seems. Every time you go in there, they've knocked out another wall, and they're going to consume the whole world eventually.
They must know somebody downtown, I would imagine.
They love it, absolutely. They do catering, as well as that cooking class organization I mentioned. Full-line bakery, seafood, meats, floral, ready-made food, you name it. Holiday Market's the place.
It looks like they're collecting gifts today with the assistance of Troop 1607. Boy Scout troop, of course. Boys and Girls Scouts are collecting gifts from the audience, throwing it in the back of the truck. (1607) based in Northwood Elementary School for over 70 years. Now, who do we got coming up after the... well, there's a sponsor, banner, the Emagine Starr Lanes. Proud sponsor of this year's parade.
Outstanding operation over there. You can go bowling, you can see a movie, you can have dinner. I think that's Anthrax.
I think so.
Is that who that is?
Oh,
Megan Trainor. They're rocking.
There you go. That, of course, is the band's party gift.
Slam and rhythm section. Party Dips making a big splash around the Metro Detroit area. They're going to be at Nicky D's in Warren on December 19th.
Andy, you see what I see? When you see reindeers, you know what that means.
That means there's droppings behind them?
Exactly. That and the fat man in the red suit.
Okay.
This is always his first stop in the continental United States, right here in Royal Oak.
That's right. Because between the reindeer And Santa Claus, we have Buffalo Wild Wings. And
Coming soon to Royal Oak.
they are. They will be here. But as you stated, Carlo, so eloquently, there they are. The one and only.
Santa and Mrs. Claus. I'm all a shiver now with anticipation.
You're all a titter. That's right. First stop in Royal Oak to kick off this holiday season. And Santa will be down here immediately following the parade from 3 to 5 at Stagecrafters. So he's giving of his time to take orders. So we may want to head over there.
I don't know about this year, Andy. I've kind of fallen off the good boy list, I think.
Is that right? Again?
Yes. I tried. I made it to January 1st last year.
You made it that far, huh?
And there's Mrs. Claus giving us a big shout. Looks like she recognizes you, Andy.
Well, you know, her and I go back a ways. I'd rather not get into that.
So, lump of coal for you again this year.
Again, the usual.
Well, Andy, with the passing of Santa and Mrs. Claus, as much as I hate to say it, I think we've come to another conclusion of this parade. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for the 13th annual. And we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And, Andy, we'll be back again next year.
Good Lord willing. Want to wish everybody a happy holidays. Thank you for watching this year's Royal Oak Holiday Magic Parade. And for Carlo Giannotti, I'm Andy Aubrey, saying so long and happy holidays to all of you.
Merry Christmas.